we're giving the bush tracker a bit of a baptism of fire, aren't we, Aidan?
Oh, not really. It's just a bit of dirt. It's not even that corrugated.
Well, actually, it's pretty good. I'm quite surprised.
But you must be excited.
I am so excited, everyone. We have hit the dirt road to get into Mungo National Park, New South Wales. We've come through Pooncarie, so we've come from home to Broken Hill to Menindee, where we camped last night. Now we've been to Pooncarie this morning, and we are coming in from the Pooncarie end into Mungo National Park. So I just thought I'd give you a quick squeeze at the dirt road in from that end. It's about 65 kilometres of dirt road this way. We've been on some other dirt roads this morning. Had a little look-see in the bush tracker when we got to Pooncarie. And I wish I could say that, sorry, here I am. I wish I could say that we had a disaster so I could do one of those really dramatic thumbnails for YouTube. I could have done one, and this is what it would have said. Oh no! The butter lid came off the container. That was our only disaster after some pretty corrugated road this morning. So that was pretty...
But the butter didn't even fall over.
Hey, the butter didn't even fall over. No, there was no slipping around in the butter. So that was really good, because this is the first van that I've ever had that after its inaugural trip on some corrugations that you haven't gone in and there's a screw loose somewhere, or something's come open, or you know, there's been something happen. So that's good at this point in time. We'll see how it is after this 65 k's of dirt road.
I expect it'll be fine.
Yeah. So you think it'll be fine, Aidan?
Yeah, there's not really any. This isn't really rough or anything. It's built to take it.
Yeah, and it is pretty good. So yes, heading into Mungo National Park, which for me is a bit of a dream come true, because I've passed by here so many times and the weather hasn't been right. You know, as you can imagine, you've got to have the right weather.
You don't want it being wet.
You don't want to be
you won't get in here.
65 k's of mud, you know, or getting in here and getting stuck. And as it is, there's a bit of cloud building at the moment. The locals are hopeful there might be a little bit of rain, but I'm not so sure about that. And even if it did rain, it's only like a little bit, and you know, we'd get stuck here for a day, which would be a shame. So we'll probably have a couple of nights here. And this is a World Heritage listed area, and they're definitely on my bucket list to tick off with time. And the whole area, the history with regard to our Indigenous as well as the early settlers, just really fascinates me. Aidan's been here before, so he doesn't mind coming back though, do you?
No.
He's quite happy.
It's always good to see it through someone else's eyes that haven't seen it.
Yeah, and he's happy to come back again. So we just happened to be passing, looked at the weather. We were here.
Passing, it was 100, 200k detour, but
to get 1 or 200 k's. What's that matter? But actually, for those of you who were with us a little while back, we did most of the Darling River run, but we didn't get to Pooncarie because we wanted to come and do this at some stage. And so Pooncarie is really lovely, and we will definitely be popping back there at some stage to stay overnight, and there's a few walks and things you can do. But we just thought while the weather's looking good, we would get in here and get into Mungo. So just thought you might like to see the road to know what you're dealing with if you're coming in. Obviously the road conditions change all the time, so you need to be checking on that. And yeah, let's go and check it out. I can't wait. I'm actually so excited. I feel like a little kid in a dirty candy shop. The wide open spaces of Lake Mungo. What was once a lake? Not anymore.
in a sheep station.
Yeah.
Mungo National Park.
This is where we woke up today, everyone. And what a novelty for Aiden and I. It's raining. Coming from the Flinders Ranges, where we live, we haven't seen rain since January. Oh, geez, it smells good. But not sure if it's going to mean we can't do what we want to do today. But we'll see. Dirt roads and rain usually don't mix very well. The neighbours across the way here are a little bit thirsty. They've all been coming one by one, drinking from the barbecue pits or the fire pits. Not too fussed about anyone around here, but there is a bit of a biffo going on. They're all taking turns. Cuties. Because we don't have stabilising legs on our van, we're giving the X-chocks a bit of a whirl. See how they go? They actually make a huge difference inside the van, although I've got to say it's pretty stable anyway without the stabilising legs. But we'll keep you posted on if we think they're worth it or not. The X-chocks. If you're interested in those, go back and have a look on our YouTube. Going back a bit now, when we bought them. But this is the first time we've used them, so I'll keep you posted. What's going on over there, Aiden? Did we have a disaster?
Cracking up.
Hey, you're cracking up. That was our only casualties, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Driving in yesterday, we just realised we've got a few cracked eggs. I said to Aiden, what will you do if you run out of eggs? He said, oh, I've got six more in the rat.
I don't keep all my eggs in the same basket.
Doesn't keep all his eggs in one basket, apparently. So sadly, guys and girls, we've got to call this one. We're going to have to get out. They're expecting anything up to, I don't know, 20 mils of rain or something. And who knows whether it will fall. But the risk is, even if you get stuck in here for 3 or 4 days, it could take ages to dry out. You can't do anything when you're in here. So we've just had to pack up in a hurry. Most people have actually already gone as well. You know, we were kind of hopeful for, you know, waiting on an update, because we knew that we'd see a ranger or someone would let us know what was happening, which is exactly what happened. The ranger came around and had a chat to everyone, which is great, because then you know exactly what's going on. You're not doing the whole Chinese whispers thing. So yeah, for us, we're about to hit the 60 k's of dirt road out, and hoping like hell that it's not just complete mud already. They are rescuing some people out on the actual loop drive in Mungo at the moment, who've obviously left the campsite and gone out there earlier this morning. So that's kind of why we were hanging about, because I said to Aiden, oh, don't like the look of it, let's just wait and see. So sometimes that pays off, sometimes it doesn't. In this case it did, so damn it, no Mungo again for me. But anyway, we'll see where this trip takes us. We might be back. So here we are, folks, on the way out now. Aiden said the road's a little bit greasy, and probably a few more mils of rain and you probably wouldn't be going anywhere in a rig like ours.
Or any rig.
Or any rig, possibly. I'm not sure if I said it earlier, but yes, they are rescuing people. The ranger set out on the loop around Mungo already, which obviously people are out there without their rigs. They've gone to do the loop drive this morning. So we just decided that it would be best just to get out now while we can get the rig out. And we weren't actually sure, they weren't sure on the road conditions in or out. And they hadn't put out an update on that yet. But
they're still open.
They're still open. We'd seen several vans go out before us this morning. Most people have decided to get out at the moment, except for those that are happy to stay. I mean, the weather forecast says it should fine up tomorrow afternoon, but you just don't know. So we're now driving through to Balranald, through the old lake system, and it is actually pretty specky. They're dry lakes, of course, out here. Go back thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, which I was so excited because I've been trying to get into this park for so long and wanted to visit the sites of the Mungo man and the Mungo woman. Anyhow, next time. We'll get back sometime. It is disappointing when these things happen, but that's travel life. It's not everything goes right all the time. And yes, we could make a dramatic thumbnail about how we had to get out, wouldn't we, Aidan?
We could, but we won't.
We could, but we won't. You know, we're bloody lucky to be out here travelling and enjoying it. As I say to Aidan, is anything really a drama? The only time I think there's a drama in life is if you haven't got your health. You know, that's really what it comes down to, isn't it? So, yes, we all have dramas, you know, financial worries, the dramas of life in general. But us having to leave a campsite because it's raining, no, not a drama. Because all it means is we just have to get out and get out safely, not hit any roos who are all drinking from the puddles, and you know, find somewhere to kit for the night. So off we go to do that. Don't know where we'll end up because we are travelling without a plan at the moment, and obviously we're heading out to Balranald, and we'll make some sort of loose plan from there, I guess. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to bring you back to Mungo some other time. Maybe on this trip when we're heading back. We don't know. Do we have any idea, Aidan?
No. If it keeps raining, we'll be going north to Queensland.
Yes. Aidan's kind of a bit determined. He's like, keeps raining, we'll just go back, head up north. So we'll see. We'll see where we end up and hopefully see some of you on the road too. So we've made it back onto the black stuff. Back on the bitumen. We're thinking we definitely made the right call because it's pretty heavy rains out here now. So that kind of makes us feel a bit better. Anyhow, we've made it and hopefully can go somewhere exciting now even with the rain. We're actually quite enjoying the rain because we haven't seen too much of it at home base. So just keep on keeping on. Pulled up at a tiny little town and it's like it's the vanning mecca. Isn't it? Bye! Bye!
We've only seen about 10 vans so far.
In this tiny little town. So where are we, Aidan?
A little town called Puncarry. In Menindee and Mungo National Park in New South Wales.
New South Wales. So we actually have just stopped to have a look around today. And when you come into town, there's an iconic Puncarry hotel. And just across from there is actually, I think this is like the local community hall. But it's got some lovely, great murals along the wall that really depicts what the town's about. This is where they hold the Puncarry races in October, I think, every year. And we're very impressed. I can't ever recall coming through here, but it's so pretty.
I've passed through here, I think, twice, but never really stopped.
Yes, yeah. It is one of those towns you kind of have to bring yourself to stop. A lot of the time you are passing through, I guess, but that's the Puncarry Hotel across there. And I can imagine that that is absolutely going off when the races are on. But anyhow, just thought we'd quickly show you these little towns are doing a lot to get the vanners and the RVers and the people who are travelling through to stop, take a look at their town, spend a little bit of money. These guys here have got non-potable water, but they've also got filtered water where the main street public toilets are. There's a great grassed area here for the kids to play under the shade when it's hot. The toilets are there. The toilets have actually got coin operated shower as well, if you need to stop and have a hot shower. And we're just going to now go and find the apparently very good cafe that's down on the river. Check it all out. So we'll keep you posted. There's a great cafe here at the Old Wharf Cafe, and that's at the Old Wharf site down on the river. Absolutely beautiful. So for those of you who are doing the Darling River Run, we've done most of that. If you go back through some of our Facebook posts from last year, but we didn't get to Pooncarie because we knew that we would want to come back here and do Mungo National Park, which is where we're heading today. Eventually, when we get there.